Whew. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Dark Roast Podcast. And I know what you guys are thinking. Why in the hell is he wearing a beanie? Because it's cold in my house for some reason. Not for some reason. It's cold outside and it's fucking really windy. And and quite frankly, I'm just not getting over what I think was maybe the flu. I don't know. Had the chills for a while, and now it's just like a lingering cough. But I still get a little bit get cold. I mean, I guess when you get older, you just get colder a lot faster. I don't know if that's true or not. According to my wife, I don't always know the exact science when it comes down to being sick. So you're gonna be hearing me and seeing me drink a lot of water because I still have a cough. So I apologize ahead of time if you hear a lot of coughing on the podcast today. But had to get it out, So today, was interesting because, like most days, I actually got up early this morning. I didn't do my regular routine, like go outside and take a walk or take a jog, mainly because, like I said, I've been under the weather, so it's just been better just to sleep. And be honest with you, I don't get a lot of good sleep because my mind is racing 1,000 times a minute at night, and it makes me think about all kind of different things. But the reason I was actually up last night thinking is because my boy Jeremiah, he recommended me to listen to this other podcast from Kevin on Stage. If you don't know who Kevin on Stage is, look him up. He had a special guest on his podcast named LaRussell. If you don't know who LaRussell is, look him up. This brother is pretty dope. Pretty much started his own independent, I'm not gonna say label, but independent artistry by just having performances in his backyard. Got really popular with doing lots of different performances, and people just buy his album for ridiculously large amounts of money. It's not ridiculous, but it's just like people spending 20, 30, 40,000 on a record, and which is unheard of. And he had to start this whole premise of just like, hey, pay what you want. And people just like him. They donate to him, to his cause, which is really just him being him. And so I was talking to my boy Donald today. So shout out to Donald, my boy right there, man. And we be like having these nice little conversations sometimes. And today he actually, was listening to the last podcast, and he was like, man, like, I understand what you mean by like being uncomfortable in order to succeed. And it made me really think about the conversation that we were having where we talked about on the last podcast about like being, uncomfortable to get to the next level. And I'm hoping that this is something that I can really start doing in the near future. You know what I mean? It's really being uncomfortable with what I do. And going forward, I've decided just to really bet on myself. I really decided to say the rest of 2026, I really need to start betting on myself, doing stuff for me, things that I enjoy doing a lot, even though people don't maybe find it. People are maybe not listening to the podcast. People are maybe not watching my socials. People are not doing that. I got to do things that I like, that I want, because the one thing I'm learning from the podcast I listened to with LaRussell and Kevin on Stage is like, LaRussell's like, I just want to be me, man. I want to get paid for being me. And I'm on the same fucking tip. I just want to get paid for being me, because I'm a whole ass vibe. And I don't like to like try to like sugarcoat it no more. Like I used to try to be humble about it. And I mean, I'm still humble about it, but there's something that I realize is the fact that, people are going to be drawn to you as the person. Yeah, maybe you might do individual things on your brand, whether it's, like for me, sometimes I make a lot of espresso drinks. Maybe it's that. Maybe you're a rapper. Maybe you're a comedian, or whatever that you do. People are going to come to you. But I want people to come to me for all various types of things. I don't care whether you like my espresso content, whether you like my YouTube content, whether you like my DJing, whether you like my hosting, whatever the case may be. I just want you to be part of the atmosphere, which is me. And this is sounding a little bit cocky, but I'm not trying to be cocky at all, because I think I mentioned it before. Like, I found this DJ a long time ago who had a business card that says, I'm an atmosphere creator. And I love the concept of this, being an atmosphere creator. And the one thing that I always was thinking about was, I hate calling myself a DJ. I hate calling myself a DJ for the simple fact that when people hear the word DJ, they think I'm mixing. They think that I'm beat matching and doing all that stuff. I'm like, that's just not what I do. And I thought it was disrespectful to the other DJs out there to call myself a DJ if that's not like within my repertoire. You know what I mean? It's funny you just said that, because I actually listened to somebody, I think it was on Instagram or TikTok, and it was like, what are some bad signs of a bad DJ? And like, they're like, oh, if he's not on his headphones, or he's doing this, doing that. And I'm like, damn, that's me, bro, because I don't be on my headphones like that. Like, I don't, like, and to be honest with you, we're in a day and age where, I do a lot of, I'll be honest, I do a lot of kids events. Means like I do a lot of middle school dances, high school dances. And kids nowadays don't listen to music all the way through. They only listen for the first like 15, 20 seconds. So yeah, I can understand why beat matching works better for that kind of environment as well. Like you're in a club, because in a club, you're not playing the whole song through. You're beat matching and you're mixing songs together to create a vibe. And I had to think about this is, no disrespect to you. If you're a DJ out there, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect any DJs out there. Everybody does their own thing. Everybody create their own kind of vibe. But for me, I am the vibe. Like, you're not paying me to DJ your party with music, because you could did that shit. You could have got a Bose speaker, put a playlist out there. You're paying for me. Like, you're paying for CJ. Like, when people book me for an event, I know that I'm going to give them everything I freaking got. Unless they some assholes. And I still give them, about 80% of me. Not all of me, not 115, 120, 30,000%, but a little bit. But I'm a vibe. I love to create an atmosphere of fun. I love to create an atmosphere of, no matter what, I'm approachable. And I love to create an atmosphere where everybody, and I don't care what ethnicity you are, what nationality you are, and where you at in your age cycle, whatever the case may be, like, you're going to vibe with me at some point. Like, I love playing the weird little song for the kid that wants to like hear, the Schuyler sisters from freaking Hamilton. I don't play that shit. You know why? Because I might make that kid's day just by playing that song. And is it going to hurt everybody else? Maybe. I don't care. But that person right there, I just created a moment for that person that he was seen, or she was seen, or they was seen. And that's what I enjoy. I enjoy creating that vibe and creating an atmosphere where it's safe to be who the hell you are. And that's what I want. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to get paid to do. I want to get paid for being CJ the host, the atmosphere creator. That's right. That's what I want to get paid for. And listening to that podcast with Russell, it's freaking possible. It's all the way possible. And even now more, knowing that, it's something that I really now I'm going to strive for, and I'm going to push. Like, I just did an event on this past Sunday, and I didn't post about it. Reason I didn't post about it because it was a fundraising event for one of my homegirls. Shout out my girl, Body by Des. First of all, shout out Body by Des. If you're looking for a fitness gym coach in the greater Downey area, check her out, Body by Des. It's a women's only gym. She's killing the game, and she's working so damn hard. And I didn't realize how hard she works until I went to this event. But anyway, one of her clients' sons is battling cancer. So she put together this workshop with vendors, and I asked, hey, can I come down there and just support and just be part of the situation, part of the things, and help fundraise? And she allowed me to go down there. So big shout out to that. And I was just being me, you know what I mean? And people seem to really enjoy me. And I'm starting to think like, oh shit, maybe I do know what the hell I'm doing with this DJ thing. I still don't like calling myself a DJ, but if that's the term that everybody knows and recognizes. But I'm an atmosphere creator. I create atmosphere. I create a vibe. And because I am the vibe, everywhere I go, I'm a vibe. Like, that is crazy. I know it's crazy to say it like that. It's crazy for me to say it like that. It is crazy. But that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And there's some of y'all out there who's listening or who is watching, and it's like, damn, like, yeah. Either you know who I am, and you like, yeah, CJ's a vibe, or you're like, really? What are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Like the shit that you see that I post on Instagram, social, that's me all the time. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, it's a great feeling, man. And there's people out there that are doing what they want to do, and creating opportunities for other people to be themselves. And you might be listening to this podcast and you're like, damn, like, I just want to be me too. Like, and it sounds so simple just to be you and put everything that you like to do out there. But it's not as easy as it looks. It's hard to be vulnerable on these podcasts. It's hard to show you like just the stuff that, like, because you're so easily people so easily just want to shut you off after 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So to keep people's attention span, and you really got to do it because you enjoy doing it. And then one thing I did learn from the Russell podcast he was on was he's like, man, I don't want to leave nothing behind, and like no creativity behind. If it's on a paper, it's in my mind, I want to get it out there because you just never know when it's going to pop. It might not pop right now, it might pop years from now, maybe pop up tomorrow. Who knows? But also, like, why are you holding on to it? Because you don't feel it's perfect. If it's for you, it's perfect. And that's what I had to get in my head, bro. I had to get in my head that if it's for me, it's perfect. Like, it's for me, it's perfect. Like, I love doing podcasts. I enjoy doing a podcast, but I don't like doing a lot of editing. I really don't. You know what I mean? But that's me. I don't like doing that. You might not listen to it like, oh, he's saying a lot, he's doing this. Like, it's not that super interesting. But I find it fucking interesting. All these other podcasts I used to do, I was doing it because I was trying to meet everybody else's needs. Oh, it has to be this, it has to be that, it has to be that. Like, nah, I just want to be a podcast about me, what I go through, and shit I talk about. And that's what it's coming down to now. That's what it's coming down to. And I've been enjoying it. I had my boy Jay on last one, and we had a great conversation. Like, that's one of my ones. That's what that sounds kind of weird. That's one of my ones. But that's the homie, man, and we had a cool conversation, and that's what I want to have, because I be having cool conversations with friends all the time, and, I never bring it to light. Some people need to see that shit. Some people need to hear that shit, and I'm sorry if you're kids and I'm cussing a lot, but hey, that's just fucking me. I can't stop it no more. I'm just like, I'm at a point now, 2026 is betting on me. And listen, if you don't want to be part of the vibe, you want to be part of the atmosphere, that's cool. Everybody, start your own. Start your own, man. Because I'm going to start having fun with this shit more, man. I'm going to start having fun with this stuff more. Sometimes I get moody. Sometimes I'm in my mood. Sometimes I got some deep shit to say. Sometimes it's just like, whew. I don't got nothing. And it's not being scared to post that kind of stuff. So, what was this podcast about today? It wasn't really about much of anything except the fact to let everybody know that I'm a whole ass vibe. I'm an atmosphere creator. And sometimes it's fine just to create your own atmosphere, man. That's what I want. That's the message today. I just thought about that. Create your own atmosphere. Create the things within your circle that you enjoy. And if people want to come into that, atmosphere, I'm going to try to get scientific, but it's not going to be scientific. But like, in my mind, when you create an atmosphere, you create a world, right? If there's an atmosphere, if it's a breathable atmosphere, that means everybody else can be in your world, right? I think that's deep as hell. I ain't gonna lie. I think that's deep. That was deep to me, and, if you're creating an atmosphere where other people can be in your world, it's your world still. So do it how you see fit. Now, if you want to go to an atmosphere like a Mars where motherfuckers can't breathe, they need machines to breathe and all that stuff. Like they come in, once in a great while, then that's what you create. But create your own atmosphere, man, for real. Like that's what we're doing right now. That's what you should be doing. And if anything, 2026 is the year of just betting on yourself, man. Like bet on yourself. Like bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. And I need to do that too, even though I'm scared as fuck. I'm scared. I'm scared to bet on myself. But I'm going to do it. It's going to be slow. I'm a slow betting. That's right. It's like slow. It's like, playing poker, I'm slow betting. And then one day I'm going to hit that jackpot and I'll be done. But I don't know what else to talk about, really. I think I'm done, to be honest with you. This was interesting. I did this podcast more at night, and so I didn't have any coffee with me, so I'm drinking water. So I had no brew situation. But I did this morning make a drink for the wife. I've been using some roasted matcha lately, and I've been liking the roasted matcha flavor profile better than regular matcha. So if you ever had roasted matcha, I don't want to. I'll say the name, but I'm probably gonna kill it. So please don't get mad at me. And those people who are very much matcha people out there, the Hochiji, I can't say it right, but you know what I'm saying. It's roasted matcha. If you don't know the difference between roasted matcha and regular matcha, outside the fact that the word roasted in front of it, roasted just literally means that the coffee. I'm sorry, the matcha itself is like all the extra stuff from the green tea leaves. So it's still green tea, but it's just roasted. All the parts that you don't use for the actual green tea, they roast it, and it's less caffeine in it. If you didn't know this, matcha does have caffeine in it. Okay? So if you go somewhere and order something like a matcha, it has caffeine in it. So if you think you're not getting caffeine, you are getting caffeine in your matcha. Now, if you hear somebody say, I want a dirty matcha, all that means is they're adding espresso to their matcha. So it's more caffeine. But if you do something with a roasted matcha, less caffeine. All right, y'all. So anyway, the camera already shut off on me, so I'm good to go. So check it out, y'all. This has been the Dark Roast Podcast. Please like and subscribe wherever you're at. And I'll see you what you see ya. Peace.